Hi, and welcome to your first section of Breakout Women Course 1, How Your Mind Really Works. So what we're going to talk about in this section is some of the discoveries of modern neuroscience and quantum biology and other things that are going to blow your mind, because what they're teaching us is that what we've learned and assumed about how our minds really work and what makes us tick isn't exactly accurate, all right? And when I learned all of these techniques, it literally changed the way I looked at everyone around me and how I looked at myself too, how I treated myself and how I understood myself. So what's happening is that, one of the things we've learned is that we are not the logical, rational human beings that we've all been led to believe. And here's one of the numbers I want you to remember. One of the things I want you to remember about this lesson is the 95-5 principle. The 95-5 principle is all about the percentage of your thoughts and decisions and behaviors that are driven by your conscious mind versus your unconscious mind. Now, guess which is which? Yeah, you're right. The 95 is unconscious, right? And I'm just going to abbreviate that. And the 5% is conscious, all right? So 95% of your thoughts, your behaviors, your decisions are driven by your unconscious mind, and your conscious mind never even knows it happens. Now, does that explain a lot, right? Now, your unconscious mind has a lot of power over your life and your reality, and we will talk about that more and more through this class. It selects the data out of your inputs that it sends to your conscious mind as your reality. It creates programs, which I call mindware programs, because your mind is a computer, and the software that runs your mind is mindware. Your unconscious mind creates mindware programs driven by your experiences that it uses to select your reality and to drive all of that 95% of behaviors and decisions. So what that tells you is, number one, no two of us are alike, because who on this planet has had the same experiences, the same nurturing, the same work environments, the same raising, etc.? We're all unique. Which, by the way, is one of the reasons that I think all those one-size-fits-all, put them in a bucket, categorize them, approaches to everything from leadership to communication to how you create yourself, they don't work, because we're all unique. And we're going to talk about that more and more, because I have found the solutions to be able to understand how everybody on this planet ticks. And you can do it too. And you can also understand yourself. And even better yet, we're going to talk about how you can learn to manage the unconscious mindware programs, actually release the ones that are limiting you and change the ones that are limiting you, so that you can begin to create the life of your dreams. That's right. We're going to talk about that. So now, one of the things I want you to understand is that the mindware up here in your unconscious mind controls almost everything that you see and do. And it becomes so important. It determines whether or not you get motivated. It determines whether or not a communication is compelling or whether you just ignore it. It determines all the scary voices for this class that get in the way of your success. Those little voices that say, oh, I can't, or who do I think I am, or oh God, I don't have the skill, or I could never get that promotion. We're going to get rid of those. We're going to shift those. So here's the bottom line for this lesson. Number one, what we think and we've learned about our mind to this date is not necessarily accurate. Number two, we are unconsciously driven, and the unconscious mind has a heavy percentage of the control over what we do and think and act. No two of us are alike. Mindware controls our reality and who we are and how we respond, and we can change that mindware. So what I'd like you to do right now is I'd like you to go to to look at your exercises for lesson one, for module one. And you have an audio file. I want you to start using that audio file today. And in the exercises, you'll find a video that explains how to do it. But go ahead and start with that audio file. And then in our next lesson, we're going to move on and talk a little bit more about your mind. Okay? Have a good one.